Hey everyone, it's Alexis with Create Your Future, and I am back today with a brand new video, a new success story, and also some tips about how to apply Everyone Is You Pushed Out about manifesting your reality, because I think that what this client went through recently is very similar to a lot of people and a lot of my clients. So I hope and I intend that you find this video very helpful. Let's just decide and assume and intend right now that you do find this video helpful and that it's clearing up some blocks for you, perhaps, even while watching the video, and that you're getting a better handle on what the mental diet is. All right, so before I get started, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And please hit that bell icon in the box below and you get notified every time we post new videos. Now, I know that my video airs on a Monday. So if you're watching this on that Monday, then like I already said, let's decide that you're getting something out of this video, and also that you're starting the week off on a grounded, centered, creative, and successful place within. Okay. And that you're understanding that your thoughts create, that you are the epicenter, you are ground zero of your experience, and that you're getting a better handle on how to manifest exactly what you want with your SP and how to get anything that you want from anything all of the time. Now, if you stop the video and you rewind it, you could turn those into intentions. So I just said some there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so you guys, this client of mine, when she booked her first coaching session, she was like a lot of my clients. And right, we go through periods in our physical form as a human being. It's normal to feel anxious, worried, afraid, unsettled, flustered. When you don't have something, and when you perceive that you can't have it, because oftentimes a lot of people, before doing coaching and really understanding how to work with their own mind, are trying to hack this on their own, just like she was. Now, interesting about this client, she is just like me. She's a trained hypnotherapist. She's trained in NLP. She understands her own mind. Let me rewind and say NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. That is integrative psychology. Okay, so this client is like a trained coach. She's taken relationship seminars. She's understanding how to create. And within about 20 or 25 minutes, the way that she spoke about her situation and her SP, I could already tell what her blocks were, what was going on, and what she had to change. Now, funnily enough, a lot of the things that she had to change too were the actions that she was taking in her 3D. Okay. So if you're someone who's not understanding what to do in your 3D, not knowing now how to interact with your SP in the 3D, I'm going to go into that today as well, because that really helped her. Okay. But just to say, this person, this client, was a trained professional, a hypnotherapist. She had the same background as me, but she couldn't even see her own blocks, you guys. So if you're having a difficult time with your mental diet, if you're doing this manifesting thing and it feels like you're hacking it on your own, but that your mind goes to all these places, then really consider investing in yourself. Now, right, investing in yourself, coaching really helps, having someone look at your situation, because then you could save yourself years and days of time. You know, if I had had the availability of Create Your Future, our beloved Amanda and I have said this, right, to each other multiple times. If we had had the availability of coaching when she and I became coaches, it would have helped so much, but there wasn't something like this, at least in my reality, in my experience, and my assumptions at the time, right? I never created it until I stumbled upon it. Okay. So please know that if you are hitting your head against a wall with your manifesting, if you're really watching a ton of videos, doing a lot of intake of how does this work? How do I create my reality? And you're not getting a lot of results, then really consider investing in yourself and just booking at least one-on-one session so you can have someone look at you and what's going on in your own mind. Okay. The link for booking with me is in the description box below. It's also on our website. Okay. So that being said, let me just read the success story. It's a little bit long, but I think it'll resonate with a lot of people. So I'm going to read the whole thing and I'm going to speak slowly. Okay. Hello. Alexis is very knowledgeable, and I chose her because I appreciate her direct, no nonsense approach. We are similar that way. Please feel free to share my feedback. My session with Alexis was a game changer, and I would recommend her to anyone who wants direct, honest, and personalized coaching. I experienced results in the 3D after our call within 15 minutes. I am a hypnotherapist and trained relationship coach, yet I was unable to see where I needed to shift in order to manifest what I want instead of what I don't want. My relationship was at its potential end, but my partner and I barely hanging on, trying to make it work. I was doing every technique in the book and watching endless hours of YouTube videos. I paid $800 for a course to fix my relationship 40 days earlier and had been practicing it, but from a state of lack, which only exacerbated things. I felt terrible and I was exhausted, frustrated, and scared. My fears had taken over and wreaked havoc in my relationship for months. I had done it all except the one thing Alexis coached me to do. Alexis was my last hope, so to speak, and my last bit of free money. Okay, I made the decision to hire her after arguing with my partner for 4 hours until 2 a.m. and him saying some very hurtful things. As I am lying in the spare bedroom crying, I say to myself and the universe, this isn't over. This isn't how it ends. I want this relationship and this man. Please help us. I'm thankful that at 3 a.m. when I went onto the website, she had availability for 3 p.m. that day, but I still didn't book it. I somehow managed to sleep for 2 hours. And when I woke up, I knew I had to book with her because I had tried to do it on my own to no avail. Luckily, the appointment was still available and I had just enough money on my credit card. It's funny how the universe supports us when we ask. Long story short, I applied her advice immediately and had the best night with my man. I won't lie and say things were totally shifted, but I continued to apply her coaching, which was personalized to my style of learning, which you guys, she knew about because of her training, and persisted. I'm writing now to say that things slowly improved, and as of 2 days ago, things have shifted. I'm seeing my affirmations pushed out, immediate results to what I'm thinking or wanting inside. For example, I think, put your, in quotations, put your hand on my knee or desire me, you want me, and he conforms right away. I want to add as well that I've softened. I've learned it's not about force, and I pay attention to my energy. Am I trusting or am I forcing? Am I trying to make my thoughts create or trusting that they do? It feels so easy now and I resist less. I feel happier and more confident every day. Thanks to Alexis, I know how to personally manifest and I'm now applying it to all areas of my life. Thank you, Alexis, and thank you, Amanda, for creating this team and business. I remember watching Amanda in her early days when she had under 1,000 subscribers and thinking, wow, look at her now and how many thousands of people she's helping every day with her business. Wishing Alexis, Amanda, and her team continued success. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me. That was a little bit of a long success story, but the first thing I want to go over, right? Actually, before I go over that, I want to remind everyone that's watching this video, if you're in a situation like she was, whether it's with an ex or an old partner, or you're living with someone and you're really at the end of your rope, you feel like the relationship is over, you feel like the relationship is ending, please know that you can change it. Please know that this is your golden light at the beginning of the week or whenever you watch this video, that you can have what you want the way that you want it. You can have what you want the way that you wish to create it, to have it show up, to have it happen. Okay. Now I want to talk about, right, what this client said about softening, about becoming the creator of her reality, and about how owning that, and then what I guided her to do in terms of action in her 3D. Okay. So the first thing that I really want to stress here is that if you're someone just like her who was fighting your reality, thinking thoughts, and then checking if they're happening, having a lot of this within you, right? There's a fight in the mind. The mind goes east, the mind goes west, the mind goes north, the mind goes south. And you feel like you're in a fight or flight mode within. Okay. That means that something, somehow, some way within you is, number one, not resonating and not believing that you are the creator of your reality, that you are ground zero for everything in your experience, and that you create that which you see with outside of you. Oftentimes, people are trying to manifest an SP, and they're not really realizing that at the crux of why we can do this and why we can change specific people is that you are the creator. I'll just take a moment to let that resonate, because I think there's a lot of information now on YouTube and out there on all the many social media platforms, right? So that is the reason. You are the creator of your experience, and that is how your thoughts really create, because you're a creator to begin with. So try not to bypass, right, why the laws of the mind work, and tell yourself from this point forwards, like I had told her, I am the creator of my experience. I am ground zero for my reality. I am in control of myself. I'm in control of my thoughts, because I understand that my thoughts make me a creator. My assumptions make me a creator, but that I am the one in charge of this beautiful life experience. Now, as I say that, if right now in your physical reality, you're not experiencing a beautiful life experience, then let's start to resonate with the fact that it's possible for you and that you can experience this. Now, what this client had when she first came to coaching is, I noticed that she had a lot of, and I think she would agree with this, energetic aggression, but like a no nonsense. He's not doing what I want him to do. I want this to change. I'm manifesting. I don't get it. What do I do? We're always fighting. What do I do, Alexis, when I go home and we're going to have a fight? Okay. Now, the advice I gave her, you can easily take, which I said, okay, how about you go home, focus on yourself, and don't engage in a fight. Go home and decide that no matter what he does or what he says, that we're going to just be, oh, okay. That can be the hardest thing for people to do when they're so used to fights, negative discussions, or negative feedback from a partner that they feel as if they're changing with the manifestation process. So that's what I told her to do. That was a big part to her success, was that in her physical reality, she stopped fighting. She stopped defending herself. She stopped having relationship talks. She stopped saying, let's talk about it. She stopped initiating, right? And her energy stopped moving towards him, trying to figure something out. Let's do something. So what did that allow for him to do? It allowed for him to come towards her because, number one, she was more in resonance with being the creator of her experience. And then it allowed her to stop the behavior, because the engaging of the behavior was causing her to think of the old story, think of the old thoughts, and feel powerless. If you're in a situation where you think a lot of thoughts of the SP, right? And as I say this, and as I say these tips, you're thinking, but my SP does this. All the excuses, right? All the excuses that we hear on our own minds when something is not going our way. That means that your power, your creative power as a human being, remember, you're the ground zero of your experience. Your power is being given to the person outside of you. And almost as if saying, you're more important than me. I'm going to think about you. You aren't doing what I want you to do. So I'm going to feel this way and we're going to talk about it. Okay. Very common. We all do that until we know that it's not A, the way you have to do things, and B, not necessarily always effective. Okay. So that is the thing that I had her really do in the 3D, was stop all these actions. I just said, just stop it. You don't need to go to him and negotiate the further relationship, defend yourself, talk yourself into it, and have this talk and have this fight all the time. It's not required for you to get what you want. You don't have to do that, and it doesn't feel good anyways. So she stopped, okay? Now you can see that there were thoughts that she was thinking, because as she pulled herself and she pulled her actions, right, within herself, she pulled herself back, she was able then to, again, ground herself in two things. I am the creator of my experience. This is my reality. I am ground zero for my reality. So I'm thinking thoughts. I'm thinking thoughts big and small. And I'm assuming things into existence inside of me, and then it happens outside of me, because you guys, that's always what you're doing. Okay. So if you are working on changing somebody outside of you, the change has to come within. And this is why, this is how, because your inner world, your inner thoughts create the outer experience. You really are the creator, the epicenter, the ground zero for everything. I've said this like 5 times in this video, because I think that actual ancient wisdom is getting lost in a lot of things here. And that's why we're really doing it. It's not like you create a couple of things. You create all of it. So How about for a second, we can all just take a moment. This is a way you can start to do this, is take a moment. I'd like you to take a moment wherever you are, whatever you're doing. If you happen to be listening to this while you're driving, then don't close your eyes or stop driving, obviously. But if you can, even take a moment to gently close your eyes and open your eyes and look around you. And notice that all the elements in your reality, all the matter that you have around you, you have somehow, some way created. It's a pretty profound concept. That is really how everyone is you pushed out works, because it's all you. Now, from this place and space of understanding that you created everyone and everything around you, let's think that if you create everyone and everything around you, then why would you engage in actions and conversations that are not part of the reality, that aren't part of the paradigm, that aren't part of what you want anyways? So maybe just for today, just for practicing for 24 hours, I recommend you to come back to this place, come back to this state of awareness, being aware and conscious that everything outside of you has somehow, some way been created by you. All the objects, all the people, all the places that throughout life you've taken your point of view, right? What you see through your eyes, and you've taken yourself everywhere. And now you can take yourself to the reality of your choosing with your SP by embodying the state of the creator, right? That's what we're doing here. And then deciding from within, without finding evidence it's possible, without watching a bunch of things, without getting a bunch of talk in the head, deciding within, I can have them the way that I want to have them. I can create this the way that I want to create it. And see how that's a gentle nudge inwardly. It's a gentle talk inwardly. It's not forceful. It's not, it's not even, it's with a quiet conviction, which over time can be more effective. When we get into the momentum of I'm doing this, I have this, I'm the creator, this is what I want, I'm making it happen, that's often not helpful over time. So I recommend, and this is what I tell one-on-one clients, is developing that quiet confidence that you're the creator. So just like this client, you can develop that awareness from within. Develop this focus on yourself. She told me in a subsequent session that she keeps telling herself, it's all just me. It's all just me. It's all just me. Now, if it's too much and it's overwhelming for you to resonate and sit with your physical reality and think to yourself, this is all something I've created, this is all energy, it's all a hologram, then how about today you go for that? This is all me. It's all me. What am I holding within me? Am I holding resistance? Am I holding anger? Am I holding frustration? Instead, and if you are, then we shift right into, I am having a pleasant experience. I am the creator and the epicenter of my reality. I am giving attention and focus to that which I want. I am giving unique attention and focus to who I want, the way I want them to be, because that's for my highest good, which is my ultimate manifestation. Okay. All right. So this video has been a little bit, I don't think it's been too lengthy, but I've gone over a lot of points. So just to sum it up here, right? Please remember that you really, really are, you guys. You really are the creator of your whole experience, not just a couple of things, not just money, not just SP, but the entire movie of your mind, which is you pushed out, right? The entire movie that you are involved in as your experience was created by you. And let's decide today that it was created for you, and that's how you can change it. So these are really good concepts to keep in mind. If just like this client, your relationship feels like it's at a standstill, you're manifesting something, or perhaps your SP has moved out. I've had a lot of clients in the past and recently where the SP is not in the physical reality. Doesn't matter, because all we're doing is bringing them back in through focused thought, focused awareness, changing assumptions, and changing expectations. Okay. So like I already said, the link for booking one-on-one coaching with me is in the box below, as well as all the information on all of my courses, which can be really, really helpful to hear me talk about these concepts and that you have it to listen to on repeat, kind of like the videos. I have a bunch of courses, a bunch of also hypnosis audios available on the website that almost all of my clients have used and that they find to be so helpful in giving like a bookend to their manifesting with their thoughts and training the subconscious mind. Okay. All right, you guys. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Make today awesome. Have a great start to your week or wherever you are and watching this video in the week. And I wish you all the best. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.